What's going on, everybody? Today we got this 2023 Ford F250 Super Duty XL courtesy of Yark Automotive Group, and today we're going to do a brief interior preview with a walk around and a brief test drive as well. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Now, powering this behemoth of a truck is Ford's all-new 6.8 liter pushrod V8 that puts out 405 horsepower and 445 foot-pounds of torque, backed up to a 10-speed automatic transmission. The Super Duty sits on 245 by 75 SR17 Goodyear Wrangler tires, and look at how beefy that tread is. They're finished over 17-inch steel wheels with manual locking hubs, as you can see. This kind of harkens back to the fact that this used to be what trucks are all about. Single cab, four-wheel drive, manual locking hubs with an extended bed. And it's nice to see that Ford is still putting out trucks like this. At the front, we have this gigantic Ford logo accompanied by these absolutely enormous halogen lights with this gigantic chrome bumper sitting up front with two tow hooks on the bottom, accompanied by a snowplow connection on the bottom. This truck did come with a snowplow as included. See, right here we have a little accent with Super Duty stamped into the back of the tailgate. The tailgate itself has a backup camera and no easy open function, no bed liner, but we do have box link. This is where you can attach a ladder rack or anything that you might need. You can see you have your tie downs on each corner of the bed, and you have this gigantic 8-foot box because you have an 8-foot bed that never has to be made, as the great Joe Diffie said himself. Stainless exhaust system right there to really wake this V8 up. At the back we have a tow bar complete with a ball hitch as well. To accompany this cool looking race red exterior, the interior of this truck is known as medium earth gray with vinyl seats, very common across the XL platform, but the vinyl seats are comfortable. Now up here we have this traditional column shift with a manual mode on the top, an 8-inch screen with Ford Sync 4 system and Apple CarPlay capability. All of the climate controls are down here, drive modes right there, 2 high, 4 high, 4 low, and locking differentials. And we also have the manual locking hubs. Today here we have a 120 volt outlet along with a cigarette port for another USB, another 12 volt outlet down here, USB-C and regular USB capability right there. Here across the steering wheel we have the cruise control system. We do not have adaptive cruise on this. We have regular cruise control because it's a work truck. So wheel is comfortable to the touch. Nice Ford logo right there, and your menu controls right there. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Analog gauges is what you love to see. We have a nice little menu screen in the middle that shows our cruise control, our speedometer. You can use that using these two buttons right here. Engine hours, fuel economy, 10.3 average. When you get a big V8 like this, that's really to be expected. You're not buying this for fuel efficiency. Driver information, your transmission temp, your coolant temp, oil temperature, everything that you might need to make sure your fleet truck is running at tip-top shape. And did I mention the coolest part? Auxiliary switches. So if you want to put a plow on the front of this truck, you can wire up lights for the plow, flip them like this, or if you just want to pretend to be a jet pilot, that's a pretty cool feature as well. You have a lot of space in this cab. The seats are manually operated, but you're not cramped. Many people think that if you drive a single cab like this, it feels very cramped, but that's not the case because these can slide back and forth and also lean back as well. So it's very comfortable, and the vinyl seats are very plush and squishy. You don't have to worry about them wearing down like you do with regular cloth seats. Obviously over here we have the power door locks, power mirror controls, window control, and the exit handle. But this is a nice place to be. AC is ice cold. You can see that this truck is showing just 252 miles on it. So this is brand new, fresh from the factory, and it can be yours for $47,000. Let's go ahead and get this truck out on the road for a quick test drive to see how it is on the street. There's something so manly about this. I love how Ford still keep the column shift in their trucks. So down here, we do have a trailer brake controller, which is great. So if you really want to tow stuff, you not only have a 14,000 pound towing capacity and a 3,000 pound payload capability, but you also have the trailer brake. Oh, that sounds great. 6.8 liter V8 with 405 horsepower. This is codenamed the Mini Zilla. Ford brought out the 7.3 liter V8, not to be confused with the old diesel V8 that came out in the early 2000s with the International engine. This is a new pushrod gas V8 to replace not only the V10 but also the aging 6.2 liter Boss motor in the Raptor. So this is a brand new engine. It's got a lot of pep in its step. That 10-speed works wonders too. It's very smooth and seamless. I know that these trucks used to have the 6-speed, but a lot of people like the 10-speed, and I'm one of them. It knows exactly what gear to be in. It doesn't hesitate, it doesn't clunk, it doesn't do any of that. So Ford really got the tuning right with this transmission. Love to see how Ford is still building these work trucks, these bare bone work trucks. It takes me back to the pickup trucks of the 1980s and 1990s. This is what trucks used to be about. Bench seat, column shift, V8, four-wheel drive. That's all. It's so nice to see how Ford still holds true to that with these work trucks. And $47,000 for an F250, that's a good deal. You have a lot of visibility. The cab is very open, so you can see what's going on around you very easily. So that's really good. And the mirrors help with that too. These gigantic mirrors let you see everything that's happening around you. But on the highway, it's fine. Not very bumpy, not very noisy, but you know that there's a V8 underneath that hood. Traditional, old school American power. Not built for cornering. You definitely feel that body roll, and the steering feels heavy, but still it's smooth and responsive, and it gives you a lot of feedback from the road, which is exactly what you want in a pickup like this. Tall gearing, oh my gosh. That V8 really wake itself up and make its presence known. You also feel like you can eat that Kia right in front of you. It likes to get pushed around on the highway, which is normal because you're driving a big brick. It's built for a job site, built to go off-road, built to be tough. Built Ford Tough really lives up to its name here. That was 0 to 40 just like that. If you're in the market for a commercial vehicle or need a vehicle for your small business or a fleet vehicle, be sure to check us out at yarkauto.com, where we have hundreds of listings of Fords, Chevrolets, and Rams to fit whatever job you need to get done. Because remember, at Yark Automotive Group, we've got just what you're looking for.